Okay, here we have the long part of the sock that goes up the leg, and we have the part that goes the top of the foot. And my idea now is to actually cut this one, and I'm going to turn this. I've marked this halfway with a safety pin, so I've got a bit of an idea spacing the stitches. And I'm actually going to turn this over. And why I'm turning it over is when you first did those stitches, you knitted along there, and then you knitted back to there and stopped, and then you knitted all the way up here. This one has a row of knitting there. We want this side to be the same length, more or less. So I'm going to turn it over. You didn't knit that side. So I'm going to start here, and that gives it that extra row that was missing here. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to use my pair of long needles because they're really good for working this out. Okay, I'm going to actually just tie this in here. I'll just pull it through if I can see what I'm doing. Pull that through, and I'll just tie it on. And then I'm going to knit these stitches that were left behind. I'm going to knit all the way across there. Now they look a bit funny because they've been pulled off a needle and put back on, so if they're a bit, I'm knitting into the back of the stitch because the stitch, that's how it sat on the needle when I put them back on there from another attempt. So I just knit these. Nice little garter stitch. Funny when you're not doing it up close to your body, it makes it a bit awkward sometimes. So I've knitted there. Now we're going to knit 27 stitches from here,
do it again.
From there to there. I'm going to make 27 stitches just using this as if they were on a needle, but the 14th stitch has to fit where that needle, where that safety pin is, halfway mark. So that'll help us. That'll help us get that. So now we're doing the side. Now to knit up a stitch, you just pretend that this here that you've got in your finger is actually on a knitting needle. So you just imagine, and you just do the same thing as you would to a stitch that's on a knitting needle. Can you see that? Just push it in, go round as you normally do, pull it through as you normally do, and you've got a stitch. One. And now two. About there. You sort of work out about how much space. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's about right. Still going right. 7, 8, 9. In, out, 10, 11, running out of room a bit, make it a bit closer, doesn't matter, 12, 13, and 14, right on that middle place. halfway. 15, 16. Remember, you've got a little hole there. It's your stitch. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, got to make 27, 26 and 27 right up into that last bit there. Maybe I'll squeeze it in to make it fit, but that's okay. Close enough is good enough there. If you can only fit 26 in, fit 26. No big deal. Then we're going to knit across here, but we're only going to knit halfway, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and just because it's easy to do it with another needle, I'm going to start with another needle there into the next one. Peace laughing. Easy. So we're going to do the next 8 on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And once again, some of those stitches were sitting on at an odd, they were sitting sort of back to front because I had unpicked and put the needle on again. Now we do the next lot of 17. Now I'm going to take this from this side and measure it, get about halfway. See, wool's nice and stretchy so you can make it fit. So we want this one under there, out of the way. 1, 2, split the wool a bit, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it didn't quite work, so do 6 again. 6. If it doesn't pull through easily, it's not right. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right on the middle line. And take the safety pin out. 15, that looks a bit weird. Turning down, no, it's not right. I picked up another bit instead. Now 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27. Then I knit these others that were left behind. Just ordinary knitting across there. some of those have been picked up too, so some of them are the right way and some of them are the wrong way, so just work it out. And when you get to the end, you just turn around and you start doing the 16 rows and then decrease for the heel to shape the heel. And Bob's your uncle, Mary's your aunt, and Joe's your son. Or Giuseppe, as in our case, with the young magpie. So here we have, that's where it looks like. Now I'll use my circular needle to knit up there. If I wanted to, I could use my circular needle to knit up there, all the way down to there if you wanted to. But I think you'll find it easier if you use the 2 long needles to get this shape. It's just less push on your hand trying to make it fit. Anyway, let me know if you have trouble at any particular point and I'll make a little video of what the problem was and how to solve it. Okay? Go well.